What's going on, guys? Welcome back. In this video we're going to go over GTA 5 Online's weekly update for August 26th. So these sales will run from August 26th all the way to September 2nd, so you guys can take advantage of these money making methods and sales during this time. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is this week's podium vehicle, and that is the Vapid GB 200, and it comes in at $940,000, and you can pick it up from Legendary Motorsports for that price. So that's a pretty good savings if you win this vehicle by spinning the wheel at the casino. And then for this week's prize vehicle, we have the Anis Euros, which is $1.35 million. So that's a huge savings as well. And to unlock that prize vehicle, all you guys have to do is place top 2 in pursuit races for 4 days in a row. So definitely some good free vehicles for this week if you guys are willing to spin that wheel and complete those tasks, so you guys can get the prize vehicles for the week. So that will bring us into this week's discounts, and that will include some discounts. We have 30% off the Vapid Dominator GTT, as well as we have probably my favorite sale of the week, which is the Pegasus Tesseract for $1.6 million. And then we also, if we head on over to Benny's Auto Shop, we'll actually get the Spectre for $419,000, which was a pretty good deal at 30% off. And then if we head on over to Warstock Cash and Carry, we actually have the Dinka Veto for $115,000, and as well as we have the Half Track, which has been in the game for a while, for 40% off, which you can get for $1 million if you have the trade price, or $1.3 million if you don't have the trade price. So these are pretty good sales for vehicles for the week. Kind of basic, nothing crazy, but I think the Tesseract's definitely worth picking up, and the Spectre as well is a very nice vehicle. And then if we head on over to Maze Bank foreclosures, we have the bunkers. They are all 50% off. So a bunker is essential, in my opinion, to anybody's GTA 5 online money making method. It's a great passive money making method, and it's definitely something I would recommend you guys pick up. My favorite location is Chumash, and then Zancudo's another good location, and Farmhouse as well, but I really do recommend the Chumash location or the Farmhouse location for most players. And then you can actually get 40% off all the upgrades or renovations for that business, so I thought that was pretty awesome as well. So definitely take advantage of these sales. And then if you have Prime Gaming, you can get the Vapid Flash GT for $335,000 and the Tailgater S for $971,000. So I thought that was a pretty fair sale. 80% off that Vapid GT, and then 35% off that Tailgater S. So those are fairly good sales for Prime Gaming members. You guys can go ahead and pick that up this week if you have Prime Gaming. If you don't, as always, I always have a link in the description box below where you guys can sign up for free 30-day trial for Amazon Prime, and you'll be able to claim these exclusive discounts. So that will bring us into our money making methods for the week, and that includes our contact missions. And these contact missions are very specific. They're all related to Lester Crest, and they are 2 times money in RP. Now I will say I'm not a huge fan of doing contact missions in most cases unless they're very specific contact missions, but I will say I did complete one of them, and one of them was denial of service, and it wasn't too bad. We actually ended up completing it very fast because we use the Mark II oppressors. If you don't have Mark II oppressors, don't stress about this if you don't have really good tools, because the longer you spend in the missions, generally the more you get paid. So we ended up completing this very quickly on our Mark II oppressors, as I was saying, and I ended up getting paid $15,000. So just over $15,000. That's actually a pretty decent payout for a mission that only took us like 3 minutes. And then on top of that, we had the RP, which was a good payout on RP of $3,005. So that was a pretty good mission to get quick RP and good cash flow going if you guys want to grind out some contact missions. The only downside to this is, again, it's very specific to which contact missions 2 times money, because they are exclusive to the Lester Crest contact mission line. And then this week we have the Stunt Races, and these are the older Stunt Races. They are 2 times money in RP. I haven't played Stunt Races in a little while, especially the older ones, but I ended up playing with a few friends and I actually had a good time, and I ended up placing first. And the key to making money in a lot of these playlists is spending time. So we ended up spending quite a bit of time messing around a little bit, and I think we ended up completing in 5 minutes ish, so 5 minutes and 44 seconds, which is a lot longer than most players will take. So I definitely recommend you increase your lap time or in amount of laps, and you'll definitely eat more time up while being entertained. But after that 5 minute race, I came first. It was around 6 minutes. We ended up getting $17,000. That was not a bad payout, as well as the 4,870 RP. So that was pretty good. I will not complain. For a race, that's probably one of the higher payouts I've received. I think it's, again, the time spent in game, and then as well as my placement. That's the one thing about races I'm not a huge fan of, as you guys know, is that with races, your skill level and performance is really a high variable when it comes to what you're going to get paid out. So very dependent variable when it comes to payout is your performance. But that's okay, because we have this money making method, which I think is really crazy to have 2 times money, and it's pretty powerful now I think about it. So they have 2 times money on your auto services. So if you have an auto shop with staff, or an auto shop with 2 car bays at least, you guys will be getting frequent cars coming in to be modified and delivered. You can get your people to deliver them. All you have to do is modify them to the specifications asked, and then you can get your staff to deliver them. But the problem with the staff is they tend to crash it a lot. So unless you have other businesses you're running or just don't have any time, I recommend you guys go ahead and deliver them yourself, because your driving skills will be a lot better than theirs, and they'll lose a lot of money on the sale. So you can actually go sell this, and you'll see it says payment is $60,000, which I was a little bit disappointed because that's a regular payout. But when you actually go ahead and deliver it, even with me crashing a little bit, my customer was very happy with this sale as usual, just because I did it exactly as he asked. I didn't do anything variation wise. And you can see I got $60,000 plus $50,000 for service costs. So I ended up totaling $107,000 for just doing this mission. So I thought that was pretty good. So definitely recommend doing these auto shop deliveries. I think they're definitely worth their money, and I think that will be kind of one of our bread and butters for the week. If you ask me, anytime I get those, I'll be delivering those this week, because $100,000 to do pretty much absolutely nothing is definitely the way to go. So that will bring us to this week's time trial, and this week's time trial is Tongva Valley. It's in the top left hand corner, and you have 58 seconds to complete it and beat the part time. So you want to do is start the time trial and then just wheelie. I of course always recommend you have your waypoint set, and then I'm using the Batty 801 as usual, fully upgraded, but you just want to follow the path I'm taking. Just wheelie. The problem with this time trial is speed is so important. It's not one of those time trials where you just have to be careful and not crash. You actually have to be really fast. So you'll see I go down this hill, and this is probably the worst part of the entire time trial, is going down this hill and making this landing. You can actually slow down a bit when going down the hill, but you don't want to slow down too much, especially on that jump. You need to maintain your speed, and just maintain your speed going down here. You'll see that some players will go and take off that off ramp and all that. I don't think it's necessary. I've beaten the time trial several times taking this way, so definitely recommend taking the path I'm taking. Just wheelie to keep your acceleration up, press forward to keep your acceleration up, and just go as fast as possible. It's very difficult to complete. I don't recommend this for people that are low skilled, just because of the difficulty of this time trial, because it is really time restrictive on this time trial. So $100,000 though, if you guys can beat the time trial and are confident you have the skills to do so, please go ahead and do this, because I would hate for you to miss out on this easy money making method. So if you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.